Manchester United 2, Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Welcome to the Manchester United Matters channel. I go by the names of RD or Rokani to this channel. And guys, there is no reason to celebrate a win on any other day, whether I hate the manager, whether I hate the board, whether I hate who is in control of the game, whether who scores, whether a player that I really hate at Manchester United that I feel like he shouldn't be at the level of Manchester United scores. On any other day, I'll go in and say, we've won, and United beats Arsenal 3-2. This is a very big turning point in this game or in this league season in there, because if at all we went into this game and we lost by 3 goals or we lost to Arsenal, we would have been 8 points behind Arsenal, ruining our season of completing the top 4. Maybe otherwise miracles can happen and we can really come out through and go into and compete for the title in there, because United is 12 points behind Chelsea, and if at all we lost to table drew, we would have been 15 or 13 points respectively behind Chelsea and a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. So welcome to this channel. Talk Sport says Ronaldo is world class. All right, yes, he's world class. Being selfish to the first half, he had chances into the 18 yards box area of Arsenal. Instead of really going to shoot, or instead of really getting that ball for an assist, he went for a goal, a shot that was a baby shot that Ramsdale couldn't even give him hardship to save in there. That is Ronaldo in there for you. Then later, he really flourished, bumping into that Rashford's minus that he brought into the 18 yards box area of Arsenal, and Ronaldo buried it into the extreme lower bottom post in there. That is Ronaldo in there for you. And then he scored a penalty. Remember, United's last penalty that was given to them was against the team which goes by the names of Aston Villa, and it would have gave United a draw into that game to end 1-1. And guess what? Bruno Fernandes hit it up in the air after really getting that ball and knowing that I'm the man who takes penalties in here. Ronaldo, you aren't taking penalties in here. And that was not the same case this time around. Ronaldo was left to take the penalty, and guess what? A man who goes by the names of Ronaldo hit it in the middle of the goal, and Ramsdale couldn't give a save to a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And by that, the rest was history, and United won this game by 3-2 in there. Freddie saving his day. Remember, he was responsible for the first goal that we conceded after stepping on the ankle of David De Gea, and David De Gea thought that it was a player of Arsenal that stepped on his foot. That's why he went down, and when he went down, he expected the referee to blow the whistle and stop the game, but no sooner had Emily Smith Rowe hit that ball to go into the back of the net than a man who goes by the names of referee blow the whistle. That means the referee blow the whistle when the ball was already hit and it went to the back of the net. It was a baby shot. If at all De Gea was standing, it would have gone directly into her hands, into his hands. But all in all, it couldn't. Reason being, he was down and he couldn't get up in there. But Freddie coming back got an assist, and he got United a penalty. Though very many people will come out and write that Ronaldo is the man of the match, because, you know, a player at the stature of Ronaldo, when he coming through and really scores a brace into a game like this, there is no way Fred is going to be looked at, because he has 2 assists in there. The first goal for Bruno and the assist of a penalty. That is Freddie in there for you. And he has played very well. Remember, in the game of a team which goes by names of Villarreal, he pressed very well, was responsible for the first goal that we scored against Villarreal, and that was his assist for a man who goes by names of Fred. Then in the game of Chelsea, he played very well, and he pressed very well into that game too. That is Fred Rodriguez in there for you. Though he really got a chance to bury the game in there, because Eduardo Mendy passed the ball to him, and he really got a baby shot back to Eduardo Mendy in there. But for the previous 4 games, Freddie has really revolved from the Freddie that was worse at the beginning of the season to a Freddie we knew that he really was. He is a Freddie that we thought would play into that position very well, because he is really a very good player. He is improving on his final ball. He's trying to put in assists for United. He runs all over the pitch. His work ethic is ridiculous, and I think he's one of the players that Ralph Ragnick is really going to put into his midfield because of his tenacity in that. He's tenacious. He runs, he steps on each and every grass onto the pitch today. He played very well. Though he really had very many blunders in that, I think that's one of the things that Ralph Ragnick is supposed to come in through and first improve on Freddie, on the way he really reads his game into the midfield, the way he passes his ball, because he can really win the ball, but the way he passes, he really needs to improve on his final ball, as he has done the recent times in there. But good enough that he's going back to the Freddie that we know, going off from the Freddie that we didn't know. But according to me, Freddie, Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo can compete for the man of the match. But I know obvious case it's going to go to Ronaldo because he has the name, he has scored 2 goals, and what makes the game of football to be interesting are the goals. That's it. That's why you see the FIFA and the very many governing football bodies around the world, what they're working on is that they're working on to bring new rules to see to it that goals can increase into this game of football. That's it. So the more goals into the game, the more interesting the game becomes. That's what the game of football is all about. It's all about goals getting inside, and Ronaldo will scoop the man of the match. And you can as well go into the comment section and tell me who do you think is your man of the match into this so-called game of United that it won 3-2 in there, with Ronaldo banging in the press, Bruno having spent very many games from scoring without scoring. When did Bruno last score a goal? I think Bruno, I remember he scored against a side which goes by the names of Leeds in the Champions League. Has he scored a goal? I don't think Bruno, because they've said that he had gone close to 16. How many games? We've played 14 games, and he scored in the game of Newcastle. He scored in the game of Leeds. Yeah, and I think had never scored again, because in the game of Wolves he never scored in the game of Southampton, he never scored in the game of Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, all of those games. Leicester City has not been scoring in there. Good enough to see Bruno back onto the score sheet, because he is our talisman. He is our talisman, because when Ronaldo does not score, Bruno should come up and score. Rashford should come up and score. That's what makes a good team. And today, Bruno coming up to score that very good goal, and I like the way Sancho played again into that goal. You saw how Sancho, by the way, Sancho was involved in 2 goals of Manchester United. He had a secondary assist for the first goal because he played in Freddie, and Freddie played the minus to Bruno, and Bruno placed that ball at the back of the net. The third goal that resulted in a penalty, it was Sancho that played in Freddie, and Martin Odegaard had to foul Freddie Rodriguez, and it was a penalty for United. Those are 2 good assists, secondary assists for Sancho in there. So he shows you that each and every game is improving. The game of Watford played very well. Villarreal, he got his first goal for Manchester United. In the game of Chelsea, he scored his second, and this one he has registered 2 secondary assists in there, and his tracking back has been very good, and I think he deserves really good. Though I really have my reservations. Why is Sancho, one of the best right wingers in the world, is being played off the left flank? That's my question in there. I don't know what Carrick was all about. Did he thought that he was going to confuse Arsenal through that? That is out. That is out. You cannot come out and say that you're really going to confuse a team which goes by names of Arsenal by playing like that. You get Sancho play off the right wing, Rashford play off the left wing, and you will see magic happening left, right, and center. In the center, Bruno will be doing the magic. Right wing, it will be Sancho. Left will be Rashford in there, and the rest will be history. I just feel like all those systems that the manager Michael Carrick came up with costed United. I just feel like United really had a very good game, and they could really take it back to a team which goes by names of Arsenal and really win hard. But all in all, we've won. We respect the win. Michael Carrick has really come out and said, I'm signing out from being a Manchester United manager. That is Michael Carrick in there for you. Bye-bye, Michael Carrick, because we thought you've done something. You've given yourself a French leave. We don't know when you're going to come back, because you've said your family is missing you and very many others. And so we really feel like, yeah, you had to leave, because that's what the world calls for. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer goes, you and McKenna and Phelan should leave. You get? Because you have been the people coaching the team. And Michael Carrick staying at Manchester United sounds much, or Michael Carrick accepting to be the coach or the assistant manager under Ralf Rangnick is like betraying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because you are watching Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came out and really told the media that he does not do the coaching. It's McKenna and Michael Carrick. He is sacked, and you stay on the job. You are even beyond Judas Iscariot that betrayed Jesus, because that means you are backbiting him. You are really, it's like you connect with the players and you're responsible for his sacking, because you won against Villarreal your first game. You drew against a team which goes by the name of Chelsea. You went ahead to win a side which goes by the name of Arsenal at Old Trafford. That means if I told you stay on the job, you would be doing the disgrace, and you would have been the best betrayer of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager of Manchester United, who was sacked like 1-2 weeks ago in there. But Michael Carrick, I just ask myself why. Why do these people think that Scott McTominay is supposed to be the CDM of Manchester United? I'm just asking myself why. And by the way, I'm eagerly waiting to see what is going to be the starting lineup of Manchester United when they're playing Crystal Palace. That's what I'm eagerly waiting for. I really want to see how Ralf Rangnick fails to play a man like Danny Van Beek onto the pitch, and he plays Scott McTominay, because for Freddie, I know he's really going to come through and do the needful. For Fred will come through and will play for Manchester United under Rangnick, because he's talented. I like the way he really turns around. He just needs to get polished, and I think he can improve in that, because he wins the ball very well, and they need to put more positional sense into Fred Rodriguez. I think that's what is lacking in him, and the way he passes the ball in there, and I think he can really do a very good job at Manchester United. But Scott McTominay, I'm doubting myself. I don't know how Rangnick is really going to use him, because however much he has the pace, he runs left, right, and center into the pitch, but Rangnick likes players who pass forward. He does not want players who pass sideways. He wants players who pass forward. That's what he wants in there. So I'm asking myself, is he going to be put into that team of Rangnick? Because I really feel like Danny Van Beek is really going to be one of those players that Rangnick is going to use a lot at Manchester United, because he is talented, and his work ethic is high. He runs all over the pitch. He has a very good touch on him. You've seen him, they've brought him to play like the last 5 minutes when United was playing a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. He has come and played very well in there, and I really felt like, oh my. He really deserves a manager like Rangnick to give him a chance and play in there. The other two players I want to applaud are Diego Dalot and Alex Telles. When we saw this lineup, people thought that Diego Dalot is not good defensively, but it looks like the times that he has been at the bench of Manchester United, he has gone ahead to improve on his defensive tactics in there. Maybe somehow, somewhere, he has someone who is coaching him to defend. He has defended very well. He blocked, because Emily Smith-Rowe was one of those players that came into this game of Manchester United versus Arsenal when he has a very good run-offs in there, and has been a problem to very many teams in the Premier League. That is a player who goes by the names of Emily Smith-Rowe. Though he scored that goal, but he never really utilized the weakness of Diego Dalot. Diego Dalot ran all over that line the entire 90 minutes, and this has really given me a thought that there is really a very, 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 very big competition for Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diego Dalot. And I think Ralf Rangnick, in the stands where he was sitting and watching, I think he has already taken Diego Dalot to be his right back at Manchester United, because his system likes that roving right back. You get? The only battle that is yet not solved is between Luke Shaw and Alex Telles. You get? Because all of them are good. Alex Telles too coming through into this game. People saying that defensively is poor. He comes in through. He disapproves very many people. He shuts down the Martinellis of this world, the Bukayo Sakas of this world, the Odegaards who used to go that side. They couldn't get space in there. You get? The only time that Telles was exposed was when Rashford or Sancho, who was supposed to track backwards, couldn't track backwards to come up and close up, because Telles had to go on and add himself to the central defenders in there. Those are the only 2 times that he was exposed, but the previous times he played very well, and kudos Alex Telles, you are really a very good player, and in this game of Arsenal you've really come out and proven yourselves. And by the way, I really told people that people like Alex Telles, don't judge them in that one game that they are given to come in and play, but we want to see how Telles plays when he's given like 3 consecutive games, and that has happened. He came in through the game of Watford. Yeah, he came in through the game of Watford after Luke Shaw got a concussion. No, he did come through, I think he came through. No, Diego Dalot came through to that game. Then he played the game of Villarreal 90 minutes. He played the game of Chelsea 90 minutes. He played the game of Arsenal 90 minutes. Now you've seen each and every game that he goes on to be given to play, he has really played very well, and he is really doing great wonders for a team which was managed for Manchester United. The same applies to Diego Dalot. If at all aware of the game of Crystal Palace, I give it to Diego Dalot to play that side. I give it, obviously. No, I have no question to that. Let Aaron Wan-Bissaka rest a bit. He has played so much football. Let him know that to be a player at Manchester United, you not only need to be good defensively, but even going forward. That is what Manchester United is all about. So that's what I really feel like. Those are the players I'm supposed to send kudos to. Diego Dalot and Alex Telles. You've really done wonders. You've played very, very, very well. I've really liked the way you've been playing. I've enjoyed you today, and you're responsible for United winning this game of football. Diego Dalot coming through, and by the way, he was like given orders that don't go a lot, like to go past, because he used to go there not bringing crosses but waiting for people like Sancho, Bruno to come in through. I think United never wanted to use wing play, to use wing play a lot. The same applies to Alex Telles. Each and every time he went through, it looked like don't cross that ball, wait for Bruno and play it in. So United went in for that game plan in there because they felt like it's very easy for them to close back when they really give that ball into the midfield to the likes of Freddy, Bruno, or Scott McTominay, that when you cross it, maybe the goalkeeper gets hold of it and he really hits a long ball and it finds either Aubameyang or Emile Smith-Rowe, who is going to utilize that space in there. So I think Carrick had his game plan very well and it worked out for him. He got a win for Manchester United and he has resigned and he is out of Old Trafford and he leaves Ralf Rangnick in there to do his job, and I think he has done the honorable thing to leave, because him staying at Manchester United would have been like betraying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, his colleague that he was with for almost 3 years at Manchester United. Smash the like button, comment and share. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka Radio to this channel. Go into the comment section, guys, and tell me what you think about this result of Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Ronaldo, world class indeed, and coming out and summing it up into a press that has really seen him do the needful and win it for United. But one thing I like to upload Carrick is all about, he has gone ahead in the game of Chelsea. He benched Ronaldo. You get? After benching Ronaldo, media talked a lot. In this game, Ronaldo played close to 88 minutes and he was taken off and Anthony Martial came to the pitch. So what does it show you? Carrick has shown us that Ronaldo has to be benched sometimes because we are really securing up certain things. Martial coming up to do the hold-up play very well, and he did it very well, and he won the ball and he gave Arsenal a hard time in there. So, but Ronaldo stayed onto the pitch and he was like, oh my God, have I been taken off? Martial came onto the pitch. Ronaldo never even went to the bench and he went straight to the dressing room. And I think this is not the behavior that Ralf Rangnick will welcome at Manchester United. And guys, however much Ronaldo is one of the best players in the world, but he should gain discipline. You are substituted, you don't run into the dressing room. What you do, you go onto the bench and sit with the likes of the Brunos and wait for the game to end. I'm out for now. See you later, mate.